Okay, thank you. So as so usual, so we should cultivate the Bodhicitta mind, which is one of the main topic that we use for this Sunday course. So how we focus on how to cultivating Bodhicitta mind through the method of exchanging self with others. So we need to apply these methods to give rise to the Bodhicitta now.
Lam Rim So on Sundays, there's one area which I missed is on the meaning of exchange. We talk about the equality of self and action, but I didn't touch on that. But so you can find that out. So now I want to talk a bit on this the meditation of this giving and taking. So with regard to the giving, when in this meditation, so what you are giving away. So is your body, the possessions and the virtue, and to all sentient beings. So essentially, we trying to cultivate these thought of giving these things to the object, and in this meditation practice, so we train or we habituating our mind with this thought of giving. Of course, you would have heard about this before. So and then it is also said that having just as having trained our mind with this thought of giving, and then also we must also then implement this thought of giving in actions, at the best of one's, at one's best. Most.
Rata Semba Chemon, Kazan, Semba Chemon, Lela Soba, Miss Sato, Tony Maro, Semba Chemon, and Zandachi, Lela Soba, Domini Yardis, Chemon Yata, Lela Soba, Domini Jones, yeah.
And
And of course, although we are not in the same situations, same as those of like great bodhisattvas, who who are able to even give away their own bodies.
Huh?
No.
He charged Jama that the end the Jilla.
No.
He's about the Zoma, trying to get
No.
the Garo Majimas. Till that, they try and get with you. Can the thing do?
No.
Then Chin did the try and get with you. Chin day, Shalo Chip, Chit, Shalo Magazine, the Legger. They can't catch you. The new moves you with it, and that, Chiteshala, Chishas, Samba Chamber Nojita, Lila Soba, Nis Sato Manibares, and Lila Soba, Nis Maniba, Tanga to get to Hakos of Manimare. In I saw Niba the Tempis, the condition. Nole go to a cigar, running Niba the Tempis, a what than Sangela, Pentu Chitishas. How can they think? Sandup Tsering 노진 아도 다다 니스 릴라서바 또 니가 말해 된 론이 니바의 집이 펜바 찐니 저 생겨 니바 가제 저가 말 얘는 열어졌는데 니바 쉬었지 야래 안주 손도가 야야로 얘는 때도 제 세대 봐 수요자는 생겨네 다다 되는데 라 랑기 네바도 때비지네 생자라 펜바 지디샤스 아대 하고 송아지.
So although just as like a great bodhisattvas, we are not able to directly give away our body. We have no capacity, no ability to give our body, but we must, however, to benefit, to give things as a way to benefit others, according to our own capability, our own capacities, and at our best effort.
Yes. Then the nebula, somba, nebula, somba, guinea bones. That Kazendia. Room in Nibadima, la Sensella, penetrated. Nebula somba, capon, that's the look I did that. Never got on that side. You look on the side.
And we must also to avoid any like a harmful harmful thought towards others. So just this so these lines, if we these are which contain some really very meaning, some essential point, which we if we think about it, which are very much very important and very relevant to our practice.
The name of the teacher, there's the Navoyard. Nginayada. Sejava, Nebisha, Bong. Pembatin is dress, zombie, that's on death on that. Boishes and Pembijin and Pembitas, Genisha.
So we need to abandon or to overcome this the harmful or the ill thought towards a sentient being, as well as the any harmful deeds towards others, and then what we should do is to any way that is very beneficial and helpful to towards other beings, as much as one can. And then continue. And also continue that how when you see any other sentient being visually or with our eyes, then we should then recognize that sentient being as if like our very as our mother is of great kind towards us. So then think of how it is by depending or by relying on this sentient being, then one is able to complete all the accumulations for achieving the complete enlightenment. So and so therefore, these sentient beings are truly is the field of merit, accumulating merit for oneself.
Nyonda Santinita, Senoshi, Nyonda Senita, and Shombadam, and Kipa Jid, say Kipa Shes, down to the Tenijan, Senoji, Shire, Nyonda Sene, Shombadam, Kipi, Jida, Senjisa, Kipi Senja, then Kipi Senjita Shashi, he said, Daya.
So the recognizing this sentient being also as a field of one's merit, and then then one the observe them with a loving and a very like a respect, deep sense deep sense of like a deep respect or the admirations towards them.
Reta senjenda gawa shina jawa seje jo nyabanjero jeda nyondo yo jene da sono tong sha wo se ne de je ya bu be de wa de da ne xian ju ji ji ge de ba san re ne ne be ya bu dong a de son to de den 뭐지 저거 지레 신들 다
즉 타마트 갈송스 심제 디다스
제 타마가 좀 아요 간 타마 갈
바다게 단다 딩 공송에도
심제 라 년에 숑바도 기바
잠바담 구바 라
숑바하고 왜
라라
이제 가는데
라
뭐지 저지
어디 와드 가서
내가 맞았지 민도가 야보고 뭐 아주고 다 좀 많이 다 맞주지 마 새 주지 매다 얘는 엄마는 뭐라가 새도 야보 나기요 그때서 말된 센터 셔바데 기비제다 기비제다 센저 다시 있어라 기바제 되네 셔바데 기비세지 딱거 세지 딱는 미기 딱는 세래 나 센전다다 센전다다 이제 센전다다 가 신나나 자 세제 좀 예반저로 녀도 용용서 됐다 자세전자 야보가는 생제들 야부제거 됐거든. 어때 가도 그냥.
심제 디다 가서 즉 고문
가라.
즉 디다 심제 디다
가라. 즉 가라.
타마데
심제 가라. 요거세 되대.
라
요선도 타마 가려네.
심제 디다 가서 자와 시서다 세 타마데 가서 세 타마데 가서
타마 요소 되대. 가라.
심제 디다스 가서
요소 바샤와 되지.
야야사마 라
되지. 건드성이.
강대디스랑 잠바다 닝지스 심제 디다 야야사네 가서
잠바면 내가 셔바데 기비
디디로
기비가 되네. 알아. 세 다 괜찮아. 나 자세제 제비시레스. 시이시다. 다시 자세제 예반저래. 용요 되네. 용요 소바샤 용요 소세.
So then just to understand that this just to recognizing all sentient being in such a loving and a very respectful way, and so you not only one, so you go to observe and you view, you see the same other sentient being like this over and over again, and it says that then this, by doing this, then it is a cause to please or to delight all the to all the Buddhas.
다 너 현재 현재 민그 다른 더 니라 된 수제니 여러시 현비 정시 현비 저기 된 야템 샤다 저로 현재 다른 간을 따고 현재 민그 다도 제거 뭐 엄마도 생각하셔다 현재 민그 다른 간을 더 니라 된니 수제니 여러시 현비 정시 현비 저기 된다 되다 셔바데 기비가 전체 다는데 자녀서 라사 되다 손대도 야보 되네 뭐라데 저런 얘네들 안 되는 시 당하데 야본도 와서 라 맞아 이제 세제니라 된 소지를 써줘요 현재 거라 셰 라미 가르 셰 현재 가르 세 소제 가르제 이제 소제 치든 잡아라 달라 잘라키지 생자라 막기버 지이선다 가래자 가서 잘라서는 기바진 체바피바 되는 가서 수제 지진 저거 알아 저 생자라 점바도 내봤어 다 잡아 거라시면 가서 수진 저거 알아 이제 근데 나 세계 소제가 라미가 생자 세제 가래 소제 세르셔서 기바신데 생제 개범 무시 지지 가래시 가는 용도세요. 내 집안 너다 야저 생체 민그 따래 간에 따거리 돼. 생체 민그 따나요. 너다 아니라 때는니. 수제니 된저시 조시 현비지대 생도야. 된 내가 제 지현지에 전 내는 야보야다 되는 데는 가서 때 평그래. 랑에네 파미나 큰저 라들이 진 데도야. Yeah, Yabon doing it. There's a governor, Zanima discussions, tell Yabuches, Akaja. Yan your letters go something, your Yabu was and this and thing had the less. Yapot hundred and your sugar, same true Modua. Just send me like Shah called that. That's on Tetan, yeah. Sunday Mondays.
So we find in fact in the Shantideva's a Bodhisattva's way of life, so where there is explanations or the advice on how we speak with others, with other sentient beings, and so just as here how we see when we see other sentient beings. So where it says there, when we see the other sentient beings, so we should recognize that they are acknowledging their the kindness of the all sentient beings, in terms of realizing, recognizing that it is by depending on them that you would achieve the state of Buddhahood. And so therefore even the Shantideva goes even as far as saying that how we think that we venerate, we pay homage to the Buddha, by because we see Buddha as a cause for us to achieve the state of state of Buddhahood, state of enlightenment. So therefore, in the same way that how by relying on the other sentient being, that how then if we practice like the generosities and practice moral ethics and so forth, and then these practice which are all we do it, which in order to do this practice, which is really depending on the others, and so therefore how by doing this practice is also serving as a cause for us to achieve enlightenment. So therefore, there's a passage in Shantideva's text, then therefore it is not the right when to not almost like not fair to while not paying homage, not feeling this sense of respect, acknowledging the respect and the kindness of the other sentient beings, while we pay respect, pay homage to the Buddhas. So therefore, there's in that Shantideva's text. So they're saying that how when we look at other sentient beings, so we should recognize such things, that how their kindness in terms of for ones to be able to achieve enlightenment, and so therefore to see them with the love and with the deep sense of like respect, and so this it's if you find it. If it's possible, then maybe it's good to even to find out this particular like a verse in the text, and you can. It will be very useful, very effective. Even sometimes, even if you you.
Senche mingen tonayan dadanila tenin sojeni the jerashi tronshi shambits the senga.
So find these particular the verses, and if you would memorize these, and then you should say these verses in your practice, and then to reflect on the meanings. So how we have in the Shantideva's text. So there's a clear guidelines in terms of how
when we interact with other sentient beings, how we should do, and the way we should, our communicating with other beings. And now here we're talking about even we have a visual, contact with other sentient beings. Then what sort of how we should see them, and then to talking about how we should acknowledge their kindness and to feel the loving kindness towards them. So and the other thing that the one of the student who did this Sunday course, made a very positive feedback to me on the particularly on the discussions. So so it's very good to know that this particular student found the discussions very helpful in terms of in practice. So which is a very great things to hear. So this feedback was that these people who are involved in are really take this, what they talk about, what they discuss here is all into their practice. So what they share with to each other is really coming from the heart, from their own experience. So which is a very good. So all this the certain advice from this Shantideva's text, how there are certain advice on how to to counteract anger. So if there is a situation where somebody is the cause one to anger, then how, if you could remember, you recollect that verse and say that verse out to yourself and reflect on that, and then you will find it very effective in preventing anger.
가자 강아색 그 무슨 용어도 같아. 대만도 로주도 있는 방안도 제거 왔다. 뭐 로주 데려. 가자 나샤리 이래. 선비와 처음에 미미미 세야 보드스 said you think other people. They remember much better. 야 인생 가지. 서서 롱 there is a shoot 뭐 가던 디저 쇼원 가지. Dell'altro da noi se ne jeda taggerse lo passion c'era per bon de sendo. Nenete. Very good song, very good benefit. Ya me very harm here harm. Not really happy me. That thing Buddhists say you think other people. Much better come down. I'll learn it. Mind changes, maybe. Mind changes, what I need. They are not. Yes, meditation there. So meditation, so anger coming, king, compassion thinking, love kindness thing, anger gone. No lonely people, anger coming there, anger there, they coming. No thinking. Not I think it's anger kindness, love kindness. Yeah. Today, the Goja, Lodge Tenishia, Jar, so Teji Apshiga, the new Goja, Tendil was something, not as that said Mugata, Teta Bisheva shut the benediction, the Ketola, the Teta Bisheva benediction, Shakawachin, then Loma, you'll be Tipa, Nayelachin, Diosheba, no, that Medea in Udessa. Jose Lonjong, Tombonature, the Yoji, Manichang. Shiba Shini, maybe Yeda, Yicheda the Copa, Shibana, Shinine, Beba Magiba, Rongi, Juba, Woy, Comba Caches. Neither Chen Cadradi, Germany by Tony, Tata, Lo, Yoy, Comba, Mat, Tomba Tonana, then Lord Noba Taba. Chi shida join shutter, Sita, Yetiba, the cousin Rosa, Yata, man, then how come they cousin Rosa, that's in the
So we just go back to the text. In the previous teaching, so we stopped at this paragraph. So we read, when bodhisattvas whose minds are untrained in such marvelous but difficult deeds hear of them, they feel distressed. So although they are unable to practice such things at first, they come to understand them and then to intimately familiarize themselves with them as object of aspirations. So later they engage in them spontaneously without any strain. Thus, familiarization is of the greatest importance. For if these bodhisattvas as recognize their inability to actually engage in such deeds, and then gave up even the familiarization conducive to training the mind in them, so this would greatly was a delay reaching the pure path. I think we stop there. Yep.
Mashepi, Sheba Teta, Chela, Combi, Tessa, Mongi, Rongi Mogin, Jaws. Tele Yeteta, the Yosa, Comba, Magina, Bevach in the car, and Laws, and that Tomate that are there. What's in mind that in the Pajin present there?
So then there's the quote, the praise of infinite qualities says, so deeds that hurt the worldly even to hear about, and that even you did not undertake for a long time, you accustomed yourself to, so in time they become spontaneous. Thus it is difficult to develop good qualities without familiarizations.
Yes. Taja, Goshin Tiban Jana, Tajo, Tam Tomana, that is one Jana, Jidendala, never changes. Seba should be never younger, you say Pavala, right? I just call counting about country magazine letter and says you at this. Goshin Tiban Jana, Jidendala, never changes. Coins, changes. Suje Chenny Jones, Chenny Jones. That Lova Logic Nega Yerid, Gun such as Jiba, Masheba, Manipic Tayara, Maniba Tayo, Shaba Teta, Chela, Comba, Tessa, Running Home in Jewishes. Ra, Suji Karisha was in Lova Logic Negas and Sheba Shem, Manila, Kayara. God, the Teta, that range called a shiny, then Tatala, then Member Younger, I said, Gunyosi, it is such a Shem Masheva, Makova, Shem Manjim, Mashiba, Sheba Teta Jones, Teta, Chela, Combi, this time you come there, a wrong walking jealous. Dear, just a tea, Lana, Yezen, Tana. Magina, Pemba, God, lost it didn't say, Connie, I'll come back road. Marco, yet come back road, Martesa. The cover is a top, Madame, a lot, not a job, Georgian dog rest. I like a little corner, so it's on the day. Sheba Shem, Robin, Sheba Shem, Nibago, all of that. Tetajo, range of corners and payment on your arrest. This is your pen, your mother. And the Kojape, don't want to say, Sajim Maja, and a Kojin Tiban Jana, Jiden Della, never changes. Jide Papa no Jetinji Tigger anything. I say, should be, never younger, never share younger. Right, then this would your coroin didn't she had the same thing. I want to say she by you, but there is a pass on there to them. yete tana jenda yoko maji bela kala ka las
So in this a verse, when we says from this in the praise of infinite qualities, so we find that we if we become familiar with something, then it will then easily arise, it will arise spontaneously. But however, in order to achieve the familiarity with that thing, so we must make an effort. That we cannot. If we say that because of our lack of familiarities, if we stop making any effort, then we will never going to achieve that state of familiarity. And so therefore, when it says here, deeds that hurt the worldly, even to hear about, and that even you didn't undertake for a long time, so you accustom yourself to, so in time they become spontaneous. So here, so talking about even in worldly terms, how there are certain, there can be certain actions, certain things which, initially will be really hard for one to do, and then however, when through if you make a strenuous and a consistent effort in doing the accomplishing that actions, then eventually you can it becomes easy. So in same way as it says, you accustom yourself to, so in time they become spontaneous. So here we can take, even if you look at the before achieving the state of Buddhahood, even how when the Buddha were on the path of learning, how then there was certain a lot of practices and a lot of there are many excellent qualities which just doesn't arise easily, but have to make a great deal of effort. Then how at the end, when you reach to the state of enlightenment, then everything becomes so spontaneous, and so this is because of the continuous effort. So therefore, it is really the advising us to be not discouraged, feel discouraged, when we if we find our practice or to be very hard, very difficult, because we must still make an effort, put an effort, and so in that way, then it's only through making this consistent effort then we can achieve our goal, and we can develop the excellent qualities. But without that, if we just lose our courage and just simply give up, then we will never be able to then achieve the qualities that we want to achieve.
Right. Yetanga komba machine jeno da. Nyemo komba ka kaisi o jemda. Mo shishin kon le nde ko indo yete se ngando komba machine jeno. Ya kombe no pani jo. Ina son do da komba jena maje al shara pengdo. Yete komba jena. Sina ye papa ya te ko ko maje al shara pengdo. Right. Makona pegna yonji sojan majella shera pegna. Son tete laba da yete teni ya comprendo ala como machine kan. Sho share ngado konde ka che como de. Ngado te se de yete condition se mara share condition soja ya. Teni ngado de machine ba chimba tele yo. Control maybe a lot of conditions, I don't control conditions. Deja member condition said, under Deja condition said, Tindis on a young and son toner, Tamaba said, Lisa, Jitan Tamaba, Kujin Tebanjan and Jitan, thus and Tamaba said, Tindis, you are constant. That's on Tetos, there's a Shunju Sembi, Nombacho, the Juan, non cheese, and non Shavala, Molo Betan Mela. Geshe Doga Mazuma non je chang chenda londe yong la be ne shaba lobi chenda zhou xun pai na domba yuna shanda tamba jebi chenda be ba sha ho sa de de jebi jebi lonja renba le me se yong do shi ja se shaba she lobi lonja renba ho sa de and that
the as when we take into account of our developing the positive qualities, then we will find how with the positive qualities developing positive qualities. So we need to really think over it, over and over again, and we really need to familiarize in order to over and over again. Otherwise, how even if we gain certain quality, but if we do not familiarize, if we don't become familiarity with it, then we can easily lose it. So whereas when we talk about the downsides of our side, like the negative sides, then we don't need to accustom to trying to think about whether we don't need to worry about whether we will forget that. so therefore we have to when we in our life we might be rather doing quite opposite, rather instead of like the negative thing, like if we think of the negative, like for example the anger and the desire, these are the negative, but on the other hand the opposite of the mind of like the non-anger and the non-attachments, these are the positives. So then we where which even though the the non-anger and non-attachment is something that we need to develop, and how to develop that, how it's not enough just to developing that once, giving rise to that once, but we really have to familiarize that with it over and over again, so that we don't. So in another word, if something the virtue, in order to develop or or maintain a virtuous practice, so we have to think about it. Over and over again. So, otherwise we can easily lose or easily forget about it. So so now the text continue here. So those who have taken the Bodhisattva's vow have no choice but to learn the Bodhisattva's deeds. But even those who have not adopted the engaged spirit of enlightenment through its ritual strive to inculcate a desire to learn the deeds, thus increasing the force of their enthusiasm for learning them. So then when they take the vows, so their vows will be extremely stable. So make an effort to do this. And then the last one, from among the stages of the path for a person of great capacity, this concludes the explanation of the stages of the path for training in the aspirational spirit of enlightenment and for learning the deeds of the conqueror's children in general.
Call is legal, Madia, call some to the Senate, do know you are. Yenesa, and Kansas was in Sandup, Yena, Mishiba Chamber and Jaguar. 참 로사나 자니 매den게 얘네 친 대야 매 로사 거의 매den게가 내가 산들다 대지 손에 아부터 그 산들 마다 거 잘다지 평도가 좀더 생각했어.
So how, in our experience, how how we have a certain state of mind, when we talk about our the experience of unhappiness, then how sometimes this unhappiness can be caused by certain state of mind, and then it is such that there is when it arises, when this thought or the state of mind arises, that then we will find ourselves in a very in a great deal of the stress, anxiety, and greater sufferings, and then on the other hand, so there are certain states of mind which whenever we are able to experience that in us, then it gives a very positive feeling, positive experience. So this is the as an ordinary being, so something that we can notice, we can understand how what kind of type of state of mind we cultivate, which really matters to us, and so therefore it's important for our trying to direct our meditation practice to overcome this state of mind which brings about unhappiness, and because otherwise, how if we don't apply any meditation practice, or if we don't do anything but simply feed this unhappy state of mind all the time, then we can really there's a possibility that we find ourselves very difficult to cope with it, and as if like we get stuck. That as there's other than just to feel, experience, undergo these sufferings. We find ourselves very helpless. So it's good to recognize, to understand how whether the happiness or the sufferings are the result from our own various the state of mind, which or the different changes within the various states of mind, state of thought that arises within ourselves.
Tenena Tony Rodedo Jet Tashibara, Shia Mo Jin Doga, Shia Ting Yoto Marwa. Sono Tony, Shia Mo's Jig, I said Tony fashion Yoledo, catching what she lay. Rode Jeden Tashibana, Rode Tashabala, Pashun Mala, $10 temptation, Jisena in lay, what edges. That is that. Said Jenny. 다 가서 쳐지 진이 다 놀라 가서 대가서 이제 가서 배야가 대처를 거하지 내가 다 로스서 거하지 이제 대세요 다 이제 다 선들이도 또 아처럼서 가는데는 저는 가뭐 자세 셰바라 가네 이제 셰바라 로비 세세 가네 로시아가 몸포한 시체인데 라 로라는 아주 로시아 보는 거 말아 이제 손 대도 로시아 몸포한 진비시가 진비녀를 대고 개점 못 써요 Ngene goda ida yimbi nyole tego de yimbi ga yimba pasu sobi ne yimbi ga ten yimba da pasu bi yimbi ga ta de lo she pasu soba sing de yimba pasu sobi ya tin de yimba to tin wa da lo she mo pu wa jing go lo wa ta lo she mo pu wa de yimbi de yo wa de ona lo she bi te jing go lo wa lo she be te de con ge lo she be le te pasu so ma sen sa re jin ra ta te te de chero la kwa ya bo le de so nyole de che de ya bo ya de son de tan ra chen de ga rong ha de lo zuo to ma la ji pa se de so je lo to ma yin ra ga de che jin ro ba de son to na pe ya bo de wa sheba konza ida ngando loja mutin shega da ida 공개 로셰베 데 레포스 소바든 설진다 아도 로셰 포스바 거 아래 로셰 포스바는 로셰 야는 다저 로셰 설면은 로제 제청보 계셔요 다 되지 과실래 다 되지 공개 로셰베 레포스 소바든 설근자 다 공대와 되지 먼저 딘데 레테스 nombote 심마나 말아봐 설라는 거야 단단하다 로제 아지야 근데 심만되는 영화 셔봐라 심마송아 라는 거야 심빈여라 라데 되게 셔거래 예세 다 오늘 세체의 로제 비전에 코퍼스서 봐다 맞아 간 된다고야 로제 버스방 안 된다고 때 버스방 안 된다고 랑 코퍼스 수반 안 된다고 하래. 이자다 고라 로셰베라 고도 해체의 로셰베 로셰 퍼스 수반은 제빈트스. 랑에는 제바야 보고는 코데 야보용 거 아니냐다. 제비가 막 큰거 맞다 놓도야. 진짜 들으셔 대장 안 된다 강한 내가 로셰 버스만 내가 로셰 버스만 되는 임바야 보도 건데야 생각. 다 로셰다 로셰 셰바 셰위 때다 버스만 내가 되는 다 설수 생각. 자신 노제 되는 상도 다 로셰 버스 때 버스나요? 안다 코프스만 걸 봐. 담아봐야 다 전체만 다 커버서 쉬가지고 알아면 자마 생체 뭐 대자가 이제 되네 이제 다 제빈저 하고 소화돼요.
So just to the talking about the six perfections, the benefit of the six perfections. So this has with the six perfections. So we'll be able to accomplish the welfare of ourselves and also of other being as well. And also when we think of that, the six perfection also it brings about all the excellent things that we we wish to we wish to have. So essentially, if we think of this current life situation, the fact that how we have this excellent life and the excellence the living conditions and the excellent like companions or the other beings around you and so forth. So how when we think of this, all these, even as an ordinary being, all these are something that we desire for. We desire for, and it is there are these things, all these excellent things are the advantage for us to make our lives more satisfying, and so therefore really when we think of what we
want to achieve, what we want to achieve in terms of, as I said, in terms of all our goals, and also in terms of the goals of all other sentient beings, and not only in this life, but also in future as well. So as we understand how, when we think of achieving our goal, then it is necessary, that that we must, or in terms of our happiness and the satisfactions. So it is not enough for us just to have all this happiness, and the excellent the circumstance in simply in these lifetimes. But we must also, we wish, or we should also have this in a continuously in a life after life, which are very important necessary for us. So therefore we can see how, if we think about all this, these 6 perfections, then this has all the benefits to fulfill all these our wishes. For example, the perfection of the engaging the perfection of the generosities. So is really the primary cause for us to have the abundance of wealth and a good the good condition, excellent good conditions. So which, as I said before, through the generosity bring about all this, and so therefore whether we think of this, what we have, all this excellent good condition we have now, these are the result of this the giving in the past. So in same way, if we need in order to have the same same good condition in the future, excellent condition in the future. So if we practice generosity, so it actually brings about those excellent good condition in future. But then, of course, as it is not enough simply to find, to be able to possess all the the abundance of wealth and all the good condition, but we must also have a life, a suitable life, an excellent life, which is to enjoy, to make the good utilize those good conditions. So therefore, this it is this our engaging in this the perfection of moral ethics. So that guarantees us this about the this excellent life in the futures, and then again, as we understand how even as an ordinary being, how it is important to be to be able to have the excellent companions, or the surrounding a good attracts a good surrounding gathering. So it's important. What the cause for that is what that brings about that is the perfection of patience, and so this not even, of course, for the ordinary being is necessary. Of course, as a bodhisattvas, even more so, it's important to in order to be because bodhisattva's goal is to benefit the infinite number of beings. So therefore, important for them to be able to attract the being. And then whatever the activity that we undertake, but to whether the success of that is or the completion of the activity is really depends upon the joyful effort. So this is the perfection of the joyful effort. So which brings about
쪼그야 이따발 다 될 녀모 제도 먼저하데 다 땡연도 다 실현이 제고죠. 그러와 대다 내가 다 퍼서서 봐 대다 짱어제데 녀모 제도 먼저와 당 로도제 내라 셔져 말로바 뉴바 소제도 실현이 전제비 자 내비 다 전적이야 다 내려 다 고당면이라고 난 선동선이 앞에 누가 로제 벌써 전에 더 녀모미 제도 먼저 와서 새놓친 더 근자이다 다선은 벌써 봐 제도 장 녀모미 제도 먼저 와당 로도에 내가 시저 말로 봐 뉴바 소대도 실화인 저 비슷하대 된데 다 가려 소하네.
And then to ensure that all this the excellent objects or the conditions which we find we achieve, so that these conditions are not spoiled or not stained by the mental defilement. By the fault of the mental defilements, and then this it is the necessary for one to what that makes is the prevents such stain is the meditative concentration and the discriminating wisdoms. So because these are the two, because in order to prevent such mental affliction or the defilement to arise, then we need to have to subdue the mind inward, and also we need the wisdoms, the discriminating wisdoms, so which ensure that we follow the right path, in terms of what to what to accept and to reject.
다 대체바제 대답이 로제니제라 로제지데 대닌데 발라 토마치도 소제게 젬비 페타바 페타 노비신지 더당급이 대젬바스 얘네라도 대니 다 대보스와제 대체바제 대답이 다 로제제 대닌데 발라 토마 치도 소제게 인비가 패다빙급이나 인바도 뭐요 다 세계화마다 로데제는 저사야 말아 나 도마지 말래가 패도게 대하고도.
So then if we think about how to make this very special, very special life to be meaningful, to be useful in terms of extending benefit to others, in terms of benefiting to others, then what one need to do is first, what one need to do is what one need to practice is the giving or the generosities. So which is really very essential to as part of the benefiting, extending benefit to others.
다 이제라 전에 내세 본이 천천도 생겨서 예마도라 봐 내세 마보는 되는 이제는 예라 내세 본도 같은 천천도 내 천천도 녀래 되요죠.
And then next we need to also engage into the perfection of moral ethics, because there is really no point if you've been very generous in giving things, but if you don't restrained or refrain from any such act of any giving harm, causing harm upon others. So therefore, we must also in addition to the practice of giving, so we must also
the practice, the moral ethics of refraining from harmfulness.
never sheba, Sundali, Zebates, Pasha Tamboson, Jeden Regan, some to them. Don't how come you are. Jebate, Yet Dugga, Yarapendo Yunda, Yuna, that's under the same, never soon. Couldn't pay up to her. That's in Nella Shesana, don't the legger. Passion was the Nichana, what's in Unga, they don't let the legger there, Yet there, Passion Tambosa, Yet said the other.
So we can see here how there's no doubt that how if we practice the giving, this we will be we will be actually benefiting, extending benefit to others, and then how when as benefiting others, how it is also important to ensure that we don't we prevent any such cause of harm, causing harm to others, and so therefore the ethics, the ethical practice, and then the third, the practice which is the patience. We require patience because it is possible that even if you do everything with a good intention and so on, but you may in return you may receive even harm from others. So therefore, in order to combat these, then you need to apply the patience of like accepting the harm of others. No.
다 로데는 시라진 티지는 노저제 대화 토라스라 시라대로 노바저 저제 지랑에는 시라데 다 대로도 좋아데 다이다 라라된 시라진 티지는 노저제 대화 토라스 나 대제 대유전 세 이와라 모용비스 세 인로가 드는 연구 말이야. 모용비는 소재제 미바라 제단된데 내비가 턱이 됐어. 턱이 가르다 소재제는도 되네. 요 시라 대 넘바저에 대하통래. 대하통 되는 넘바저에 세 인혈 연구 말이야. 세 마야 미바라 제제 내비는 소재된 거 가래.
So the first that's three of like giving, the moral ethic, and the patience. So these three are primarily to as a means, primarily the means to benefit other sentient beings, and then to in terms of the achieving one's own welfare, one's own welfare. Then what we need is the main thing is the wisdoms, because we want what we wish to achieve is the happiness or the bliss of the state of liberations, and that is the such result from or granted by cultivating, by actually gaining the wisdoms within ourselves. And then since such, then to realize that we have to realize that such wisdoms which can lead one to achieve the liberations, so is not possible to arise unless our mind is calm, completely calmed, from all the the mental distractions or the mental agitations. So therefore, what the state of mind which overcome all these distractions is what we call as a single-pointed concentration. So these two. So single-pointed state of concentrations which enable one to rest the mind on the object effortlessly and as long as one wish to stay there. So therefore, these two, the meditative concentration and the discriminating wisdoms, so are the primary cause to achieve one's own like the self purpose.
So maybe with that, then so good as it, the news on it,
and then the practice of the joyful effort comes because to how all these activities which are aimed to either to achieve to mainly to achieve the accomplish the welfare of other or the welfare of oneself, how these are all not possible unless we make the continuous effort day in and out, and so therefore we got to understand that this the practice of joyful effort is also very very much essential. It's very the part of accomplishing the welfare of oneself and others.
The motion you thought, and this is yet a general. So no death on the that's the other mother very much. Children the discusses issues. So discuss issues.
So just trying to understand that how these six perfections are the reality. Are the main cause or the main factors in order to achieve the state of Buddhahood. So really, there's no other cause or other factor if to achieve. If we want to achieve the state of Buddhahood, so we have to work on this. And likewise, if we have to achieve the welfare of the goal of ourselves or the goal for other sentient being, again, it is all the causes or the accomplishing these are all included in these six perfections. So it's important to reflect on, to think on these, how the six perfection has the complete factor, complete potential to achieve your own goal and the goals of the others. So of course in terms of the order then we have to first of all we have to achieve our own goal. That is we have to reach to the state of Buddhahood, and then so then after that then we become in a perfect situation to benefit others. So maybe now I'll stop here, and then the next week, Geshe say we have a teaching break, but if you have a discussion, right? No. Doashi on the four means of gathering disciples.
Although Gesa Saya, lodging, although Gesa was the Tibuta, this is Mamasa somehow, Tata saw and Java, the Magoban saw and Java, Tata saw Jamba, the Magoban saw Java, and Gesa, Magobi the Church water. So that's the big young much water. Yeah?
So we're going to recite the King of Prayer, Samanthabhata prayer, and so this is to dedicate all our virtues, which we can dedicate to all the virtues that we have accumulated in the past and we have accumulated now or in the future. So all the virtues of Tritam can be dedicated. So we will read these prayers.